They set up satellites in the basements of these concerts where these rappers come so they can suck all of your energy when you screaming into these satellites, and it boils down to one component. And they take that pill and they ingest or digest your consciousness into their body, and then they meet you in your dreams, and then you wonder why you're being attacked. This is why they have satellites in their medical facilities. When they tell you that you have AIDS and cancer, give us your blood, we're gonna send it off for testing. But we think you got cancer. So when you fear, the room that you're sitting in is cold because satellites cannot intercept information unless the room is at a certain temperature. This is why all the hospitals are cold. Because your blood, your cells has to be cold at a lower frequency in order for them to intercept your emotions, which is information. And they send that shit over into Hollywood. And they say, can you use this script or this information from this DNA of this person? And they say, you know what, we can. And they come back and say, you do have cancer. And when you send your blood off, you had 20 years to live. And now you only got 5 years to live, 2 years to live, 1 year to live, because they took information out of your DNA and used it in the script of a movie. Wake up. I ain't warning you. All that fake prophet shit, I ain't warning you. I'm just telling you that it's time to straighten up, sit up, think, and let your mind breathe. Because if you don't let your mind breathe, meaning to think, you're gonna have a mind of extinction. You're gonna have a mind that consists of a civilization that will be extinct. That's gonna make you reincarnate back into the physical realm. You have to do this shit all over again. It's like a computer that caught a virus and all the information has been erased, and now you have to go back and type all of this consciousness over again. Wow. TV 111, Osei Kufuor, I'm back at y'all again. I got the queen asking questions today. My lovely, my most beautiful, voluptuous, precious queen. You can go ahead and ask the questions, baby. Looking beautiful.
All right, my question is on a random thought I had this morning on our electrons and how they call those things that we use every day electronic devices.
Okay. Well, the prefix of electrons is elect. So when you are electing something, you are electing this thing to represent that which it is connected to. So electron, what is tron? Tron is a law. How do we get that? Because TR represents, in the language of spirituality, that which is morality. And morality is laws. And when we are connected to certain types of things in life, what we call life, we use our common sense to determine the decisions that we make. Now, electron is a negative charge. Protons is your positive charge. A neutron is your neurological charge, which is our melanin. Now, when we are studying electron, we are studying electronics because our brain runs off electricity. We are electro beings. This is a word that I made up. We are living in a universe that is electric. And the compound unit of electricity is energy. Energy carries what? Because energy is a body. It has a body like you do. So we have bodies living within bodies, which carries information. This information unlocks or unfolds certain things inside of you, which is identical to that body of electricity. And what is that? It is DNA activation. So when you are thinking, what you are doing is you are rubbing two sticks together. You are creating friction to make a sentence out of something that it is the base of understanding or understanding. And what is that? It's energy. That's the basis for everything. So what is your history? Your history is the electron, because the electron carries the negative charge, which is the feminine aspect of the manifestation of civilization. Now, for those whose third eye is open, you will know what I'm talking about. But we're going to go a little further. When you are studying the woman has something in her that creates a civilization out of nothing. And this thing in her has been shut down for 3,000 years. This thing is similar to sperm. Because at one time, women didn't need male to procreate or to create life. It was just a season that she utilized. She knew about the sciences of the seasons where she could geographically go into certain areas of the universe and become pregnant to create things of civilization. The male is a deficiency of the woman. He has one X chromosome and one Y chromosome. Why is that? Because he's a degenerate. And anything degenerate is a protector of that which is superior. So this is why the male, when we get into the sex aspect of everything, is a protector of the female. He has no superiority over the female. This is why a lot of people call her God and don't really know what they're talking about. Again, because God is a component of that which is the illusion. Why? Because it was those who are illusionary beings who created the word God. So when we study the electron is the reason why we can think. The electron is the reason why the universe can be. The electron is the reason why planets come into fruition. Because you have certain things in the universe that is having sexual communication to give birth to other celestial bodies. And they are emanating off you. So every time a physical body is having sexual communication, there is a spiritual body that's having sexual communication. So depending on the way that you're thinking when you are having sexual communication, this depends upon the things that you create. When that woman or that dominant species is giving birth to that which is inside of her. Because without the her, there would be no universe. Somebody asked me, what is the sex of the universe? It's a female. Why do I say that? Because the universe creates civilizations of other celestials. You have stars. You have immovable stars. You have movable stars. These are tribes. Where we come from, we have the bloodline of the stars. The physical bloodlines don't matter. We have the bloodline of the planets. We have the bloodline of the sun. And the sun is a program that keeps things in rotation so that we can exist, whether it's on an illusionary plane or a plane of reality. Your thoughts is much bigger than that which we see with two physical eyes. There is nothing more superior than what you are. The soul itself is not superior. Because remember, the word soul was created by a man. If anything that you could define in the dictionary is not powerful. Why? Because man defined it. You see, I'm of another world. I'm not of this world. I'm of a world that don't know what time is. I'm of a world that don't know what language is. I'm of a world that don't have vibration. It just is. So that which is create that which was. That which is create that which is. It's deep. You have to know what I'm talking about. Because that which is exists. And that which exists is not superior. Because that which exists has to be given birth to in order to be existed. Am I correct? Mm-hmm. So, we are being projected from a reality to create civilizations, which is actually acclimated through other universes and realities, which identifies what we call life. Because if we were to stop thinking, things wouldn't exist. It could be good and it could be bad. See, black don't exist, so therefore we can't unite under the word black. This is where we got fooled. Because somebody told us that we were black. And we took the fucking spoon and we bit that shit. We digested it. And then we went to sleep off the itis of the lies that they fed us. When you eat food, you get the itis. We ate too much of the lies, and now we get the itis, which is the illusions. And the illusions is predicting what and who we are. History don't exist. Think with me, people. Think with me for a second. Because history is something that is done on an individual basis. You have history in you that is billions of years old, just in your one body. So there is no man that can write history for you and say that you belong to it. Because any man that can write history for you and say that you belong to it can control that history, change it, alter it, and place an agenda on that which he created for you to follow. We are more than history. Nothing comes out of something. Something comes out of nothing. The yin comes from the yang, and the yang comes from the yin. It's a balance, a maya. So the blank has more power than that which is not blank. Why do I say that? Because in order for that which was created in the blank to be created, it must have a blank foundation to stand on. We are powerful people. And I'm not just talking about black people. Because there's many bloodlines of what we call black people that exist in certain celestial systems and stars and planets. There's more than 16 planets or 17 planets. The number is infinite. You have vampires that live right here on this earth who is using the melanated people's blood to exist. When they go and get their blood transfusions, their computer has a virus on it because their biological system is shutting down due to their extinction, but they can use your information from your blood to create more time on their phones so that they can communicate in the illusionary realm. We didn't only exist in physical forms. If only you could study the dolphins as an example, you will see that the dolphins has higher realities, higher superiority of psychic abilities to be able to hand to you through water. You don't drink the water that comes from the jurisdiction of the dolphins. You drink the water that comes from the jurisdiction of the sewers. But if you drink the water that came from the jurisdiction of the dolphins, then you will be able to pick up more information from the hydrogen molecules that is sent by way of the dolphins who have been down into the inner earth. While our ancestors exist, sending information into those molecules for us to drink and for our systems to download it into our DNA, we will already be what we're supposed to be. We haven't been yet. It's like food, we're still cooking. It's like a woman, we are only 6 months in the womb. We still have 3 months left. But 3 months means 300, 3,000 in light years. The greatest thing inside of a human body is the thoughts. It's not a person who can play basketball good, not a person who can play football good or be the best doctor. It's the thoughts. Because your thoughts is a sperm cell. Because your thoughts goes into those realities or universes around you that you can't see to inhabit a body of consciousness to become a part of you. And this is why you exist forever. You will never die. Parents teach your children the superiority of their existence. Because all we are is thoughts. When you see people fighting in the so-called conscious community, They are nothing but thoughts coming from other planets fighting with each other because they fighting in the underworld with each other. Their bloodline is fighting in the underworld. So I understand why they fight. But a person of higher spirituality don't fall into the foolishness and respond. If they do respond, they only respond one time. Because this is how nature responds. And if you are nature, you're spiritual. And if you are to act like nature, then this is how you respond. The world is in trouble. I'm not talking about the world, the original world, but there is a holographic world that is causing us to see a world that we think exists. And because they have suppressed African people for thousands of years, slept with our women for thousands of years, not only in the form of humanism, they're about to pay for that shit. Because what's been asleep for thousands of years is now about to be awake. And what's about to be awakened is that which has been inside of a spiritual gem, working out powers to let out on these motherfuckers. And when I say that Bobby Hemmett was a person that y'all shouldn't have played with, you never gave him attention, you laughed at him, but now the substance that he is created of is about to be exposed. He's a powerful man. A very powerful man. You can laugh, you can joke, you can spit. But I tell you, agents that have a black face, your day is coming. Your children will mourn. And I'm not talking about no Bible shit, no religious shit. Your children is going to mourn. But because you are creating children, a mockery. And we have children now unfolding in the underworld that's going to attack your children, a mockery. Wars have to occur. But the greatest wars is spiritual wars. Because there's no other beings that can defeat us in a spiritual army. Yes, they can go to Africa and attack us physically, but we're not physical, so you're not defeating us. Yes, you can go to Africa and take physical resources, but we have spiritual resources. And you can't take that from us because you don't have electron microscopes. You don't have any microscope that can read the information of spiritual information or spiritual consciousness. And this is why y'all are mad. This is why y'all set satellites up inside of